I've been an agency media buyer for the past 3 years. How would you suggest I level up?
You don't.
Within the agency?
Just stay there. Just stay there forever.
Yeah, like what frame it. Can you frame it?
Go start a brand?
Frame it.
Are you good at
Well,
this?
he's asking how to level up. So he's either asking, how do I get better at this media buying thing? Or he's asking, what's like the next phase of my growth in my career?
Dude, okay.
Or she. I don't know any information about this one.
This, so I actually it reminds me a little bit about David. Remember David?
Yeah, I remember David. Yeah.
So David.
Are you going to, don't talk.
No. It's like, this is so, I feel like I'd be giving.
I love David, man.
Yes, as
Okay.
do I. We did an incredible
I will not stand
the
for any
person
David
or
hate
the
here.
protein bars?
The person. Protein bars
I'll
are.
not stand for any David hate here.
So, no, we got these conversations. Like, there's some people that are really, really good individual contributors, and they are just. You give it to them like, dude, you got this. You have every element. He managed every single thing about the media buying thing before media buyers had to be everything.
Yeah.
Back when they were like, you're just good at these channels. He was like good at all the things involving the channel deployment.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a media buyer, your ability to understand forecasting, projections, and product rotation, and like the orchestration of what's being tested, how it's being tested, and then like the margins that you need to be maintaining and growing at, dude, that is so valuable to any single company, any single business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just media buying. You also need to know the creative strategy and the deployment of this creative strategy. At any sort of volume, you are solely relied upon for most brands in this like growing stage, especially at the agency, unless you have some incredible whales. You are the lifeline of like new revenue, new blood, and like your ass is usually on the line. So more integrated into the projections, forecasting, testing, specifically in the media buying stage. Then creative is a given. You have to know creative.
Yeah.
But I would be so comfortable in building up my resources or having a couple people that you trust to do more things so you can be more involved in the business.
The fact that the person's asking this question is kind of concerning to me.
3 years too.
Because it should be obvious. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, there's like, to me, some stuff that when you're a media buyer, you keep running into a wall on X because that's like outside of scope or that's outside. Like, so for me, it's like the more I had this media buying agency, the more I had to help brands learn to figure out exactly how much we should be spending to acquire a customer. Like,
Yeah.
So it just like naturally brought me into this more of like a just growth marketer role, right? And which is more toward like leading marketing teams, VP of growth, like, you know, or the more you'll realize like brands know nothing about creative. So I have to go like
Literally
get good at creative strategy and get good at creative. And so to me, when they're like, oh, how do I level up? I'm a media buyer at an agency. And I'm like, if the path doesn't seem obvious, that's concerning to me. Either you're at an agency that just runs so smooth and has the best clients ever, or you're not observing. Like, have you not observed okay, I guess my advice is look at where you run into walls and like hit resistance. And those are the skills you need to get better at. Usually it's something along the lines of creative or something along the lines of like being better at growth, knowing the numbers, et cetera.
I've worked around media buyers at an agency that just kind of exist. They're there. They're not doing anything wrong. They're not going above and beyond either. And their accounts are fine.
Yeah.
They exist. They're kind of the person that's just doing things, right? And I think they might maybe fall into that pocket where like they're not making creative suggestions or out of the box suggestions or even like landing page they're just there existing media buying and they're not stepping up to like give a little more high level strategy.
Yeah.
So I think maybe try and find where you can add more value, or the leveling up thing is like within the agency or within your own personal like career. Like, do you want to, are you good at this shit? So can you go be a freelance media buyer and stack your own book? Like, it's kind of like, which way does he want to go?
Or is it, is there not a clear growth path in your agency? What's that?
Yeah. Do you want to stay at the agency?
Do you know what I wonder if this is? When you and I got started in the agency game, this whole e-com thing was like a very immature industry. right? And so I think of it like early tech. If you were in tech in the 90s and 2000s, like you're like, dude, I'm on the internet and no one else is on the internet. You know what I mean? And so I think of it like that, where that's how ecom was when we started, where even brands that were like killing it, doing really well, just didn't realize what they didn't know. And then we'd buy the media and we'd be like, oh, you guys don't know your numbers. Let me figure out how to help you figure out your numbers, even though they're a brand that's crushing it. And so it's like, we basically had to like learn these skill sets. Whereas a thing that I've noticed in the ecom industry is like, now you go to some ecom events and it's like, oh, you're just a person who like went to college and then got a job out of like, you're kind of like just a normal career person.
Yeah.
You make $50,000, $60,000 a year working for some ecom SaaS company or like a Shopify app or like a brand. And so that could be where this person is, where they're just like, I don't know, I'm just like, I got a job. How do I advance in my job? In which case I would say, does the agency not have an advancement path? Or if you're asking, how do I skill up? You probably need to take on some harder projects, right?
For sure.
So do some freelancing for like an earlier stage brand than what you're getting at the agency, so that you can be like, oh, okay, like I see all of the media buying adjacent things that I have to get good at to like be a little more full stack.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that even if I look at some of the founders that are like purposely not trying to build teams, or they're trying to stay lean, right? If I were to see you guys, it's like they know product development. They know like the roadmap of like creating a secondary supportive product. They might not know how to find it, but they know like, oh, I know I need to sell something else. Probably really good at launches. They're probably good at list building. They're probably good at enough things. And if you look at your skill set, you're like, I'm really good at checklist, media buying, creative. I'm not the best at financial operations or understanding. I'm not the best at page or CRO.
I don't manage people.
Like I don't have a team underneath me. I'm not good at doing briefing of creative or getting that into the system creatively.
I'm not good at client management, client communications. Yeah.
Because if you are good at all those things of growth, like you can have a book of biz and level. Are you leveling up? Because there's actually different versions of leveling up. Are you leveling up and getting deeper into media buying? Now you're going to be a channel wizard, and I'm better at AppLovin and I'm better at Meta. Or I'm like, no, I'm really good at this thing, but I need to add other like business building skills around me. So it's choose your path. Because some guys, like Brandon Fink is a perfect example of this. He's like, I am going to be an incredible media buyer. And then at one point woke up, he was like, I am an incredible media buyer. I also want to build businesses.
Yeah.
So then he like shifted into a completely different section, but his core competence is like, we know traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just started off with like, I'm going to be an incredible media buyer. Because it was like, this
is Jordan as well. Your friend Jordan as well. It's like, I want to be the best in the world. This and that. It's like, well, how do you even be the best in the world at this? There's no rankings. Like we don't have a media buyer rankings. You know?
Your average ROAS, put up stats.
Scoreboard, baby.
Scoreboard. Yeah.
That's a good question though.
Yeah.